recorded like close to 10 songs.
Wow. You had no excuses. You just jump off that cliff and then try it out.
And for the most part, I just let the music speak for itself. Just let the
Facts.
music speak for itself.
What's your advice to the Filipino artist, like the young artist, that looks up to the young artist that's trying to, make music as well?
That's the hardest part, just taking the leaps that you're scared to take.
Yeah, mixing up things will mix up your life as well. What is up, cyberspace? Welcome back to your favorite podcast. This is DOUGBROCK Radio. Napapanood at napapakinggan sa YouTube, Spotify, at lahat ng podcast streaming platforms worldwide. Stay on the loop. Subscribe na kayo. DOUGBROCK TV on YouTube. Check us out on all our social media platforms at DOUGBROCK TV. And tonight, we have a very special episode. This is a very special one. He is a Filipino-American rapper. He's here now in the Philippines doing some business. And before he leaves again, I'd like to have a conversation with him. He is an artist. Ladies and gentlemen, cyberspace, MBNEL.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for coming, man.
No, definitely.
How are you?
I'm feeling good, man. We just been working since we touched down nonstop.
Yeah. Locked
good,
in.
Though. Locked in. Yeah.
How many songs did you record since you touched down?
To be honest, we probably recorded like close to 10 songs.
Wow, that's a lot, bro.
Between probably like 3-4 studio sessions.
Okay. Just being locked in, trying to create music, art.
Yeah, just locking in with artists and, just connecting and get as much as I can done while I was out here.
But I think late last year you visited here?
Early this year, January.
January. Okay.
The start of January, I was here.
Okay, start of January. And I've seen a lot of OSM posts, Shantidope.
Yeah,
You've been shooting videos in the streets.
Yeah.
Just trying to get content and all that. Is that visit your first time?
My first time as an adult. Last time I've been to the Philippines, I was probably, give or take, probably like between 11 and 14, something like that.
11 to 14.
Yeah.
Are you born and raised in the States?
Yeah, Stockton, California.
Okay. West Coast.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us more about what makes you go home? This is your home, bro. And I can feel from your last show in Apoteca, everyone is fucks with you. Like, this guy is home. This is his home.
Yeah.
We're showing love. We're in here for the party, just for the party. We're here for MBNEL. Tell me more about like how this visiting or going home feels like right now.
Man, it feels good. It just feels like a huge blessing and just being able to connect back with the roots. And it just started off I felt like it was a missing pocket for me to like explore in. And when I actually finally delve into it, it just felt good connecting back to, the roots and where my family's from, and just really just being on the ground with everybody and experiencing everything firsthand. So it's just been a dope experience, and it just made me want to just keep coming back.
Yeah, and I think you're already looking for some places to buy or some places to stay in when you're here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Where are you here in the Philippines from? Like your family? Are your both parents Filipinos or?
So my mom was born and raised in Cebu, and my dad's from Siquijor, so they're both from the Visayas.
Oh, your dad is from Siquijor, Ilonggo. Your mom is Bisaya, Cebuana.
Yeah.
And they just moved into the States.
Yeah. So they moved to the States when they found out they were having me, or it was around that time period, like when she was pregnant.
So you're 100% Filipino.
Yeah.
Okay. And then born and raised in California.
Yeah.
How is it? Can you tell us more about the life there?
Well, I grew up in Stockton.
Stockton.
It made it on the list of it's top 5 most dangerous cities in California, top 3, and it's up there, and then just the United States top 10. But I just feel like it's just a melting pot. It's just like every other hood, and in the States, but it's a little bit different just because of the huge melting pot of different ethnicities in there, from Asians and Mexicans to blacks and like this. It's just a huge mix of everything, and culturally and just politically, everything is just like a crazy mix out there.
Okay. And growing up, do you have like Filipino friends, or do you
Yeah.
have Filipino relatives?
There's a shit ton of Filipinos out there, like especially on the south side where I grew up. Like there's a lot of Filipinos on the south side, and yeah, I got a lot of family. But a part of that's just also growing up with other races.
Yeah.
So it was just we kind of didn't even look at race. We just all grew up together. You feel me?
Oh, okay. What's your like native language at home? Is it already English, or you're hearing Filipino here and there?
It was when I was growing up. It was all Filipino. But and I actually used to speak it, but I lost it like middle school, beginning of high school type thing. But I still understand it. Like if they spoke to me Tagalog, I still I'll catch a few words here and there. I still can't fully understand.
No
Tagalog,
one can fool you, right?
Yeah.
Right off the bat, like, do you think that like you growing up in that type of hood, being like having a Filipino parents, can you tell us? I'm like interested to know about how they raised a kid, in that type of neighborhood. Like being a Filipino, our parents are really protective. Our dads are,
Yeah, they just like typical like old school traditional Filipino family. You get what I'm saying? Like my dad was really into music.
Okay.
Like he was part of like them cover bands where they just like he was a DJ, and then like he'd always have his friends over with the drums and the guitars and stuff. And my mom works at a like this like where you watch over like old people, like a care home. But yeah, it was a traditional Filipino family. Obviously, once you reach a certain age, you meet people yourself, and you kind of get molded by your environment. So it's really it was nothing from their end because they did their best. But it's just when you start growing up and experiencing things yourself, paths kind of go the way it go.
Oh yeah. And then you studied there up until high school. When did you catch music? Like what you've said, your dad is a musician. He plays music, right? As a DJ. So you got introduced into music at a very young age.
Yeah.
And then how did it develop?
Music always been embedded in me, but I didn't really start no music until like during high school. Okay. Until we actually got my boy had got a laptop, and then we was just working with like we had like a little like a PlayStation microphone, and we was just working with that, and I had said this before, but so he went to jail, and then I kept the stuff and I just brought it to my house, and then since then I was just learning how to do it myself, and I recorded my first song, and it was just going from there.
Around how old are you in this time?
I'd say probably like 16, 17.
16, 17.
Probably like 18. Like between 16 and 18. Like I didn't start music till like later.
Okay.
Like it wasn't really like nothing I was really pursuing or nothing. It was just more of just we got the laptop, we might as well just try it out. We bored, whatever.
Okay.
And it just went from there.
So it started off just a hobby, something like that.
We were just messing with it because we just happened to have this stuff, so we were like, fuck it, let's just try it. Let's just mess with it.
And then he got locked up, and then you kept the files in the
I kept
laptop.
the stuff, and then he came back home, and then we was just in the garage, and after that it was every night we was just making my mom hella mad because we was just up in the garage all night.
And the speakers are on all full volume.
Yeah.
Okay, and then are you still with this homie? Where is he now? Like, what went after that?
No, yeah, we still are homies and shit, but nobody really took like the music shit as serious as I did. But that's because I just had the stuff, and I don't know, I was just like persistent with it. Like I was the only one who was willing to learn how to use the Pro Tools and all that shit. So I just figured it out from there.
All online, just self-taught,
like
DIY, YouTube
shit,
University.
Yeah.
So why Pro Tools? That's the industry standard.
So somebody I had recorded with, he had like the bootleg version of like Pro Tools, and he showed me how
the crack one.
Yeah. So he showed me how to download it off the internet, and I just was using it from there. He was just showing me little bits and pieces, and I was just copying like templates and shit like that. So
You got inspired, like your music is more about storytelling. I can hear your stories, your life,
yeah.
and all that. But what inspires you to create music when you know nothing about it?
Um,
Does it give you like a certain feel of you like
I feel like the reason why it just came so easy from that point is because I'm just speaking about my life experience, and I wasn't trying to like make music just to like just like sound cool with. It was just I just wanted to try, and the only thing I knew what to talk about was just shit that was going on with me. So that was the only thing I knew to talk about. So I didn't expect it to like go up the way it did, but I guess people resonated to that. So
it just came natural?
yeah.
Okay. So when while you're doing it, or let's go back to the days that you're at 16 to 18 and then you're trying to pursue it, what were the difficulties in doing music in the Western Hemisphere as an Asian?
Um,
Is there any struggle, or
It's definitely like we're a minority in the hip hop space in back home, so it's definitely a lot harder. But at the same time, it kind of went up the way it did just because it was also new around the time I was going up in my region. So I feel like that's why I got hella attention, just because it was like there was nobody who was Filipino or Asian other than like one other artist who was like going up and like talking about the stuff I was talking about, or showing like shit in the hood with like 100 people behind him and like looking the way we look. And I feel like it just caught hella attention, and we was just rolling with it from there.
okay? So it's like uh maybe because the way you approach it, it's unique. Plus,
Yeah.
there's no other like as persistent as you.
Yeah,
And
because
you caught that attention
from
it.
I felt like from the audience eyes who wasn't really familiar with just like the Filipino culture, just Asians in general, from like where we came from, it's like they just have this stereotypical look of like the nurses and the stuff like that. But we really came from a whole different space. So just showcasing that, and I feel like was interesting for people. But like I said, in the hip hop space, it's still we're a minority in the game, so it's kind of hard to really keep it, bubbling, to keep the people like continue to keep watching, just because it's we're a minority in the game, like I said.
Yeah. And I think MBNEL, this conversation is really important, especially for our Filipino hip hop artists, because most of them, maybe not all of them, wants to play in the States,
Yeah.
wants to be big in there. But this type of story, of course, that's possible. Like we have a
for
lot of
sure.
Philippine, that's possible for sure. But hearing this story, it's really like that. When you go there, it's people are really stereotypical.
Yeah.
So you really have to like pave the way for yourself and like push your art in the
You gotta
forefront and
really heavy.
really
You gotta-
heavy.
you gotta
Push it really heavy.
You gotta stand out, because it's a million artists out there, like
Yes.
from all over the place.
That's the
all
mecca
different
of
races.
hip-hop,
Yeah,
right?
so it's like you trying to figure out how to stand out to all the to the world is like it's a hard thing to do, trying to figure it out and pave the way for yourself. But consistency and just staying true to yourself always is a huge key to that.
Yeah. The facts. Can you tell us about the first few songs that you did and how did it came into fruition?
So the first music video I ever shot was I had my cousin camera, and then I made a song in my bedroom, and then I just went outside and shot the music video outside. So it was like a self-recorded song.
Self-produced.
Yeah, so I did that, and then it got a little traction, and then at the time I was doing like a little side shit, like I had like this little side job, and I had the little weed shit I was getting off, and so I was like, man, there was this popping
So you're
cameraman.
making music while doing trap?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was this popping cameraman, and I'm like, damn, like he's doing some like big artists that's around there. I'm like, I tapped in. I was like, how much for a music video? I think it was like around 600, 700. and like to invest in something that you don't know if it's just for real or if it's just things. That's you feel me? That's a big amount. So, but I took the chance. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And then it just went up from right there. But I feel like just because like people already knew who I was before the music, so like when they seen I started rapping, it was kind of like, oh shit, like he's making music, and then it just went up from there. Like I didn't expect it to do the numbers it did, and then that just motivated me to drop another music video. Then that went up, and I was like, fuck it, let's just keep doing this shit, see how far it could go.
I think it's important also to actually establish your persona, establish your identity, even before you go into like being an artist. Because in your case, like people know you already, and then it's easier for them to support. Oh shit, he's doing music now.
Yeah,
let's support that guy
for sure. Yeah.
And then I think also that investment that you did is a very good decision because it blew up, and you know
a lot of I feel like a lot of people would be scared to invest in themselves or just in their craft. Like it's like it is a big risk to a lot of people who don't have the funds to do it, but that's the biggest thing missing for a lot of just artists and just anybody, not even just in music. It's just whatever you're doing in general. The biggest thing is investing in yourself that a lot of people are scared to do.
And I think on that particular time, 600, 700, that's maybe that can be your last money. Maybe you loan something just to fund that.
Definitely.
And then it went out from there.
Yeah.
You just have to take that leap, right?
Yeah,
and
for
believe
sure.
in your art.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part, just taking the leaps that you scared to take.
And for our Filipino audience, sometimes this is the advantage if you're from the States. You go out of your house, you can already shoot a music video. Here in the Philippines, you have to think about, you know, the wires. You have to think about the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Just for your music video to look really, really nice. But you had no excuses. You just jump off that cliff and then try it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Who are the first like music people that you've met in this type of music that you're doing?
Like personally, like that help guided me.
Yes.
First person that really reached out was, shout out my boy Young Monk from San Jose. He worked with outlet out there in Northern California. That's I guess the biggest outlet in the Bay Area. It's Stizzler, and he worked there, and he was like one of the first people that reached out. Mm-hmm. And then I started fucking with him, and then since then I was just getting stuff from like crazy shit from without even like reaching out for it. It just started hitting it by itself. Like I don't know if you're familiar with like Say Cheese TV and stuff like that, but it's some big like U.S. outlets that started posting me just out the blue. And then
he's just hooking you up with every possible mileage.
Yeah, and then like rappers started like DMing me like that I like listen to and look up to like it just when I started seeing all that, that's when I was like, damn, I really should take this shit like serious for real.
I think that's a good thing about, you know, being an independent artist in the States. When you like resonate, other independent artists will tap you in and then try to do collaborations. Is it still a thing now?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely is. Like, it's a little bit hard now just because I feel like it's super competitive, and a lot of motherfuckers don't want to. Where I'm from, like my region, it's like that. It's like a lot of people don't want to like fuck with other people, and it's a lot of shit that get in play with it, a lot of politics and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just speaking on my experience in my region. I can't really speak for like how it is in general, but
that seems tough, bro. And you're still pursuing it, and I respect a lot about you is because I know for a fact, you know, I did some shows in the States with other artists, and I know how competitive the landscape there is. Like, why would I watch you if I can watch the bigger names because they're playing a show next week? Like, that's the US already,
and the way
right?
and out there, like even fans, like they kind of hold back of showing like love to you. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody's too. It's different. Like you can even see like at festivals back in the States, like nobody like even turn up like that no more in the crowd. Like it's a little different. And come back out here, like no, they ain't afraid to like let you know like this and that. Like, oh, like I really fuck with you, this and that. But back home it's different.
Oh yeah, and mind artists, okay? Just giving other artists their flowers and just, tapping them on their shoulders that they're doing good is not bad at all. But I think just in the States, that's how big the landscape is. That's how big the competition is, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like you wouldn't even like get no support until some crazy happens or controversial or jail or pass or something. Like then you'll see something get posted, but
Word.
the landscape out there is different.
Yep. Can you tell us about the gigs that you did there? How did it started? About your first gig, maybe.
The first gig I did, from what
First
I
live
remember,
performance.
it was like a house party.
Okay.
So I got booked at a house party out of town, and that shit was turned up. That was crazy. Like I didn't expect everybody to know my lyrics and shit like that.
Wow.
Like that was the first time people started like busting out cameras while I'm just on like with the mic and everything. So like that was unreal and
Describe the feeling.
it was just like unrealistic. Like there's people that actually like singing along to my shit.
They're saving their videos of you, right?
Yeah. So that shit just motivated me more.
And then how about like different gigs?
Like real shows.
Real shows, not the house party ones.
I forgot what my first show was, but I remember I did do a few like in Stockton first.
Mm-hmm.
Those started going up, and I started getting booked in the Bay Area, and then it was just like even to this day still like I'm still not fully used to like performing live. Like I've been performing live for years now, and I still can't. Like I'm still in this stage of still learning how to progress and still be better.
That's nice to know. And when you perform, like, how do you represent yourself? I want to know, how do you represent yourself? Like, do you represent the hood, or do you have a group back then, or you're telling off the bat that, yeah, I'm Asian artist. Here's my music. How do you showcase yourself?
Yeah, all that. Like I just let everybody know like where I'm from, what I am, and for the most part, I just let the music speak for itself. Just let
Facts.
the music speak for itself.
What's your I want to know also, during a show, on your early days in doing shows, right? Do you have like preparations, or
I didn't even go lie to you. Like it's just, to be honest, it's just get fucked up for real.
before the actual performance?
It just get fucked up for real. So you everything out the window. You just ready to jump on stage, just turn up for real.
And like the 15, 20, 30 minutes of set is just all nostalgic, right?
Yeah.
Just all endorphins. You're just having fun.
Yeah,
telling your
exactly. And
story.
I just feel like being raw like that and just like just going all out like that is just what they want to see. So, man, I'm still trying to learn, figure out like to start going like really take it like the route to where like I really get some stuff planned out during shows and just some real legit shit. But as of right now, that's my coping mechanism before I go on stage.
Okay. Is there ever a chance before or back in the States that you get to attend an event where the big names are there, and do you have an encounter with other rappers?
Like if I have any?
Yes.
Yeah, plenty times. Like it's a lot of times where I met rappers that I'm like huge fans of, and I not run into, and they'll be like, I heard of you, I know who you is, like I've been hip to you, like keep doing your shit and shit like that. Be unreal to me, like bro, like I'm a fan of you though, you feel me? So it's like, yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's a very good compliment if your idol like tells you that, oh, I know your music,
really listen to every day, and it's like, yeah,
wow.
I know you, yeah,
and that gives a lot of motivation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you're in the Philippines, what are you looking forward to? I know your team is laying a lot of plans. I know you have a lot of plans, but is this something that we can see more often, or we'll just expect you from time to time?
I definitely want to keep delving into it, just because I just like, I love my culture, and just like coming here these last few times just made me like love it even more.
Wow.
So just being on the ground and just continue to, just keep connecting with everybody. That's my biggest thing. I just want to connect with everybody and leave a, like a real relationship than just facading it. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely want to keep building this, this relationship out here.
Especially with the scene right now here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
With all these
and
artists.
and it's a lot of dope talent out here, like a lot of dope talent. And it'll be dope just for it to somehow cross over back in the States. You know what I'm saying? Just like how a lot of music from like other places be doing that. Like I just feel like the Philippines, like I feel like the time's gonna come.
Can with your recent collaborations, you were involved with a lot of the heavy hitters right now. Can you tell us more about like the studio sessions, the time? How did each collaborations like come into fruition? What's the planning behind it? Because when this songs comes out, they want to hear like more of how can we work with MBNEL? Like, what's your thought process? And I want to hop on a track with you, or
Usually like in this instance, I was just going off of like vibes from their recent songs. So like that's just how I chose it. So I'll just send something. Like I recorded my end, sent it, and then like when we got to the studio, everybody was already ready, and we just vibed down and just recorded it from there. But yeah, it was just easy. I vibed with everybody. Like it was a good vibe. Even though like I felt like a lot like we couldn't really, like some of us can't understand each other that much just because of our language barriers, but the vibes was there, the connections was there, and it's like it was just a cool vibe, bro. Even though like I can't speak Tagalog or I can't understand it that much, like we was still just vibing, and it was dope.
and I think that's a good thing about being a Filipino in general. Like being a Filipino is one, you're hospitable. Number two, even if there's a language barrier, as long as everyone is enjoying, you'll give out your all.
Yeah, it was turn like I was just telling Ski, like it felt like a session when I'm back home. Like in LA, it was just everybody just vibing, kicking it, like we drinking, like we just doing regular shit like what we do back home, and it was just a cool vibe.
Yeah. And shout out to all the Filipino artists who makes our international friends feel like home. Because without you and your hospitality, these people aren't gonna be here for long. But because of your love and your passion and your respect to the people who's been pushing also music and art overseas, we have things like this, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ski
Oh, yeah,
for
shout out
making
Ski.
MBNEL feel like home.
Yeah.
What's your favorite project so far that you've done? Yeah, that we can wait for.
The one that's already out is No Hard Feelings. I feel like it's my favorite project.
No hard feelings.
Yeah, it was an album I dropped, I think like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. That's my favorite projects, just because the versatility and just the stuff that was on it.
Can you tell us more about more struggles of you being a musician or being an artist in the States? When you're doing this, are you doing a day job, or is you just full-time hip hop artist?
No, I was bouncing around, like as far as like doing a little trap shit on the side. Like I was still like trying to find like a little side job that was still low key. Like I was just, and then on top of that, like I was just learning about credit. So like I'm just swiping everything. Like when I first knew about credit, I'm just swiping everything. So I'm at young age just putting myself in debt with hella shit. But yeah, I was doing a little trap shit and working for a little bit, and it was just a lot of bouncing around, and I couldn't really like stick with a job. Like it was just a lot of shit going on, and like I said, I just took that risk with the music, and then eventually I just completely stopped, and I was just doing the music straight away, and I started getting little small checks. So aside from all the little shit and then the music, it was just, I felt like it was enough to like keep me on my feet for a little bit, and then I just kept on reinvesting in myself. Like that was just the biggest thing. I just kept reinvesting in myself, and it just kept coming back, like doubled. So just not being afraid to do that, I felt like was a big step.
Yeah, and I think just betting on yourself is like the best thing to do because no one's gonna do it for you,
Yeah.
right? Like people will help you. People will, there's a lot of guidance and everything else, but the main product is you.
Yeah.
And I think you understand that, and that's
for
good.
sure.
And
You can't lose if you bet on yourself.
Yes, and not being with the work just because you think like your music is gonna be of something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I respect that, man.
Yeah.
I we'll have a short break. I will come back with MBNEL. This is your favorite podcast, DOUGBROCK Radio. Yo, Cybergang, maraming salamat sa pagsuporta dito sa DOUGBROCK Radio Podcast. Dahil sa mga suporta nyo, patuloy namin nagagawa yung mga gantong klaseng content. Check out nyo rin yung iba pa namin mga programa. Huwag nyo kalimutan mag-subscribe at i-follow kami sa lahat ng socials namin, DOUGBROCK TV. Keep on winning! Yo, cyberspace! Welcome back sa paborito mong podcast, DOUGBROCK Radio. Kasama pa rin natin si MBNEL. So, bro, I'd like to ask right now, how does it feel like, can you tell us more stories about you growing up as a Filipino kid in Stockton, knowing that that's the neighborhood,
Yeah. I mean, it was rough. Just like I feel like just any other hood, but like where I grew up, there was like a lot of there was like a Filipino gang in our area.
Word?
Yeah,
Filipino gang?
Like they were like Crips.
Oh shit.
So like my cousins was all in that, and
Okay.
like I kind of grew up around that, and then obviously all the other like different races. There's like Mexican hoods around us, like black hoods, and it was just everyone just meshed together. So it was just a mix of everything. But yeah, there was a few Filipino gangs that was in Stockton during when I was super young. So that's just what I grew up around, and that's what kind of molded me to fall into the lifestyle and just getting involved with shit. Like I started, your parents can't help you who you make friends with outside of the household, and
Of course.
just right outside the house in the neighborhood, and that's just what it becomes to. And yeah, I got involved in all that stuff early, like a young age, and I felt like making mistakes and getting involved in a lot of stuff is what helps a person mold into a better person, just because experiencing certain stuff, experience is the best teacher. So like I feel like my eyes wouldn't have been open to a lot of stuff if I weren't having to experience a lot of different things that happen just throughout life.
I respect that. And you sharing these stories right now, do you think it really helped you, like molded you into like a better person, just being involved in gangs and violence?
So I gotta reword that. It really depends on the person. Really, it depends on the person. But being involved in that and experiencing certain shit that came with it, kind of just opened my eyes more into different perspectives of things. So it was just trying to just experience and all that. Just like I said, it opened up a different perspective, and then it came with a lot of hardships that my parents had to deal with. That I felt like if I didn't go through a lot of hardships, I wouldn't have took a lot of risks that would have got me to where I'm at today. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like a lot of risks was took because of certain situations. If I never took those risks, then I wouldn't be in the position I am today, and I wouldn't have taken those risks if I wasn't in those positions. You get what I'm saying?
Word. So taking risk, gives you rewards, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you tell us more about how's the life in being in the Filipino gang in the States?
I just feel like back home in Stockton, the gang that was around, they kind of like they was all older, so it kind of like died off.
Okay.
When we was younger, but like that's when when I started growing up around my teenage years, it was just kind of like we was just coming around, like it was just all different races, so
I see.
it molded like that type shit. You get what I'm saying? Like the shit that was already going on, and then motherfuckers just find their way into the different shit. But the specific Filipino gangs, all that shit was like old Like it was like 90s type shit.
Okay.
But that shit was like I said, like my cousins was in that shit, so like I kind of seen it when I was like super young. But as far as that, like everybody was just involved in something when I was growing up, like in school. At least the people I was around in the neighborhood I was around. So that's just when you kind of like not forced into it, but like
that's your environment.
Yeah, that's just your environment. So that's just, I didn't know no better. That's just who you attach yourself with.
And how did it affect your like decision of who you want to become as you grow old?
It was just, I feel like a lot of stuff from it when you growing up, like you see a lot of shit. Like you see like you see the females, you see like the cars, you see motherfuckers with like jewelry and shit like that, or when like motherfuckers sell drugs and you see the money people make. It's just that's when you young, you like, damn, I want to do all that. Like I want to be like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, just getting in certain positions made me take risks that I wouldn't have took if I took a different route. That helped me mold to be the person I am today. So
full circle.
Yeah, it just came full circle. And like I said, it all depends on the person. It all depends on how your mental is, how your mind state is. But I always just been, I always just wanted to be like my own boss type thing. Like, yeah, getting involved in the gang and all this and that. Like, you might say, like, you could say it's like some follower shit, but at the end of the day, like, it's what you do after that, though. But yeah, just those risks just like really took the pages of this book of my life that wouldn't have opened up doors, I feel like, in certain situations. But like it's different for everybody.
Yeah, of course. But going back to when you're growing up, of course there's violence everywhere. Like how did you like navigate through it? Like how did you of course you have to less participate on some things, participate more on some things. Like how did you pick your battles? That everything
growing up with it, like you like to be involved with it, you had to like participate in it, or it's like you out of there, like you're not, like you're faking it, like you had to participate in shit like that. But man, it's just like I said, like any other hood that's out there, it's like it's shit just be happening and you get involved with shit and there's really nothing, you know what I'm saying, you could do about it unless you fully just, and you can't walk away from it already if you're already in too deep. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
wow,
like your face card and just like the people you be around, like it's just not normal after that no more. You get what I'm saying? But
so it's really important to have a very good mental, right?
Yeah,
because there's a lot of
fucks
pressure
up a lot of people. Like if you don't have a strong mental, that's a lot of people go like fall down and can't get back up.
And it all
whether it be like being addicted to drugs or doing some and getting caught, now you're doing life in jail, or just, you know, ending up in a casket or something like that, or losing your home and family or some shit. Now like you homeless or something. It's just all type of different shit. But having a strong mental is what really keeps somebody grounded.
And you've seen it all, right, in front of you.
Yeah,
right?
I seen all of that. So like seeing it's like that's something you don't want to do or be. So it's like you had to be better. But it's like I feel like I always just, coming from my household, that's just how my parents was. They always just wanted, like I said, super old school Filipinos. It was in super like humble beginnings from our household. So like it was just striving to be doing what we can with what we have.
All right. And I think that gives a lot of value to your life, because, you know, having old school Filipinos, always old school Filipino parents, for sure, they're always there to advise, always to remind you.
Yeah, for sure. Like they didn't know the environment they was getting into. They just moved to America. They just want a better life for their kids. They came to America. We want a better life for our kids, and like obviously they can only do so much with what they can afford.
Of course.
And they don't know what they getting themselves into, where they move into. It's just America's just better than what it was back then, or at least what they thought. But it's something always stuck to in my head was like, when your parents, or like when you took that sacrifice to like take that big leap to leave the country to give your children a better life, and then like imagine like the feeling as a parent where you're like, you do this to go find a better life, and now your child is like involved in fucking dumb shit out here, you feel me? Like just dumb gangs, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when I kind of like looked at it like that, it kind of like shifted my, you know, what I wanted to do to like not have my parents feel like damn, like, you get what I'm saying?
And that's I respect that a lot. That after being involved in all that, you realize that this is they don't deserve this.
And then back to the coming to the trip out here, it's like I seen the slums out here and it's worse. You get what I'm saying? Like
Word.
it's like it's way worse, and it's like the people deal with it though. Like everyone's hustling on the street, everybody's trying to make ends meet, everybody's doing their own thing, and it's like what really can I complain about back home? Like it's still fucked up back home. Don't get me wrong, it is fucked up, and you can't really compare slums, but like I feel like going to a different country and experiencing it firsthand really, like, it helps you really open up your eyes to like just what's really going on out here for real.
The good thing about you is you have that clear understanding of what's going to happen if you still do that.
Yeah.
Or if you get yourself involved into that.
Yeah.
And you have an understanding also that this is not the life that I want to give to my parents.
Yeah, for sure. And like a big thing that really helped me was when I had my daughter. So like
Word.
it was like an unplanned it was an unplanned event. You get what I'm saying? I just had my daughter. It was unplanned, and like I really didn't know where I was going at that time. Like it was a lot of fucked up shit going on, but like having my child was a big like thing for me to like, you know, try to like just, you know, do my best to get out of a certain situation.
It changes your life 360.
Yeah, for sure. Like you like it made me want to push the like, damn, I gotta move out of this area. Like I gotta do this and that. Like it was just a big it was just a big key factor.
And you understood your parents better now.
Yeah,
Because you're
for
already
sure.
a
Like
dad.
when I was a kid, like, man, like I'd have arguments with my parents, like, but man, just like seeing it now, like I really have a full understanding of like where they coming from, what they be saying.
How old are you when you had your child?
I was 22, I believe.
Okay.
22 or 23.
Okay. So that's not too old. I think that's fine, but that's really young also to have that kind of responsibility.
Yeah, especially just where I was at the time. It was just a lot of stuff going on, and it was just an unsafe environment that I
And like
didn't
what you've
want
told, it's unplanned.
Yeah,
right?
unplanned, that I just didn't want my child to, you know, that I didn't want to see myself with having a child in this environment. You get what I'm saying? So it forced myself to man up and take these responsibilities to.
How did you pivot, like your life? Like how did you said you man up and change your the curse of your life, the direction?
It was just like trying to learn different stuff to like make ends meet on top of trying to provide for the family. You get what I'm
Learn
saying?
and unlearn, right?
Yeah, so like the music was doing cool,
Okay.
but I still wasn't making enough to like fully be comfortable. So it was just a lot of like back and forth stuff that was going on. Like it's just, and you still involved. If you still involved, you still be involved with shit. You can't just like leave unless you
Yes.
fully leave the city. And I couldn't leave the city. I couldn't afford to leave the city. But yeah, it just made me make better decisions. Like if there was certain shit I didn't have to go to, or like just small decisions that I took to just, you know.
And that you told me that made you became a better person. That blessing is huge to you, and you just pivoted your life to meet ends and just provide. And how did you like balance it out, being a dad and just doing the music? And there's a lot of things involved. Like, what's the thought process if you have to choose, or is there any situation that you have to be there, but you have to be present for your daughter as well.
Well, but see, but I have a super understanding like baby mama, so she understood everything I had to do, like to bring the
Wow.
money back. You get what I'm saying? We in this house because of this, so I have to do this. Like I was when she was in the hospital, like I was in the studio, so I had to drive like 3 hours, like smashing on the freeway. I was fucked up too. Like I was in the studio that night. I got the call, oh, like she's coming out. So man, it was just crazy shit.
Oh, you were in the studio and you have to rush to the hospital because your daughter is coming out.
Yeah, mind you, I'm in the studio messed up. So like I'm in the car like just smashing. But
How was the
yeah.
feeling when you arrive in the hospital and you see her in the first time?
Yeah, it's unreal. It's an unreal feeling for sure. It's crazy.
Those moments like you want to treasure forever, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially with a daughter. If you have a daughter as a man, it's a different kind of feeling.
Oh yeah. Do you have a sister?
No, I don't. I just have a little brother.
Okay, that's why there's the first princess in the family, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, moving on. How was it being like a hip hop dad? Of course, you have a kid. That kid wants to go to the playpens or parks and all this and that. Here in the Philippines, we have like the baddest also. But
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it becomes to being a dad, like they have face tattoos and holding their hands with their kids in the mall and they're
Yeah.
nice and polite. How is you?
Man, just regular, like just regular. I don't like when we was growing up. I didn't really like take her to no like regular public shit in Stockton, especially in Stockton, just cause all the shit that was going on. So like I'd go somewhere out of town, take her to the park or something, just so she could play like comfortably and shit like that. But yeah, I was just regular.
But constantly thinking about the safety of your daughter, just because you're in that city is something like you don't like, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's why I had to do some to, just to be better to, make ends meet to provide and give her a good roof over her head.
And now I understand you more why you pursue this and why you're trying things is because of you have plans not just for yourself now,
Yeah.
but for your baby as well. And so I salute that.
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
moving on. What's your biggest, or let's say what type of projects are you looking forward to now that you've done a lot here? You're coming back to the States soon. For sure, you have more plans and going back home here again. The things that you're looking forward to doing again.
Just continuing dropping singles and visuals, especially some visuals from out here, just so like I want to see how the reactions with the crossover, the English and Tagalog crossover combined. I think that'll be dope, and it's just something I never done before. I never jumped on a song with like a different language on it.
Okay.
But I be seeing like back home how well it does with the Spanish hip hop and Spanish music, the crossovers. But it's like, man, it'll be dope to see like if a trend pop with just the Filipinos. You get what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. Especially especially in the States and in the Bay Area, or even in the entire Cali, there's a lot of Filipinos, and for sure they want to hear music in the fusion of Tagalog and or Filipino and English.
Yeah.
And you're the one, you're like the first to
And
do
it's
that in
it's
this
all dope
generation.
artists. Like I said, even though I don't understand what they're saying, like the flow and everything just go. Like just the flow, the bounce to it, like everything just goes hard
The
together.
vibe, right?
Yeah, the vibe
It's
of it.
really
So,
hard, right? And of course, I know a lot of popping artists who really fucks with you, and they're just on my DMs and then telling me, "Kuya, we're doing this and that. We're recording with MBNEL," and I'm looking forward to it. And
Yeah.
not just that, I'm seeing that the talent is really can compete in an international landscape. Plus, the people like you, Russell, who goes here and appreciate and respects also our heavy hitters here, like especially the artist that really pushes, because it's also hard to be a musician here, especially being a hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop is not mainstream in the Philippines.
Yeah.
It is becoming,
Like
but it is not the actual landscape.
Yeah. It's all still pretty new.
It's pretty new. The government doesn't support it. They don't look at it as a big genre or a big chunk of the streaming numbers right now. Nothing support for
But it
that.
damn near is though. Like the numbers and all that's doing pretty good for it, isn't it?
It's really, really great. But the thing is, the majors are not signing those types of
Like
artists. That's the reason why they still push with their current roster. So just the support is more of pop and maybe R&B. But
That
of
trend
course,
for the hip hop starting to go up though. I see.
yes, and I'm seeing a lot of support is pouring already. But in general, the Philippines is it's still a mainstream fan base. But that's the reason why I'm saying this is because of you and some artists, the likes of Manila Gray, the likes of other Filipino-American, Filipino-Canadian artists. It gives more value to our homegrown because you guys appreciate us here.
Yeah.
So that gives validation to our own kababayans, our own Filipino that doesn't really listens and fucks with hip hop. Oh, now it's working. Like I'm seeing an international crossovers and this and that. And that gives a lot of value with the culture in the industry. And that gives a lot of inspiration also to our Filipino artists.
Yeah.
To actually work with, I wanna hop on a track with him. I wanna do a Tagalog music with the English rapper. Now it's possible.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just a lot of inspiration, bro.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Thank you for that. But yeah. How do you think about the producers in the Philippines?
No, they're dope. Like I was in the studio with a few producers and we just whipped up some beats right on the spot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was fire. It was Oside Mafia's producer Burger.
Shout out to Burger.
And then shout out Burger. And there was a couple more, I don't remember their names. One that came with Shanti and Hail Mary and Sika and there was a few in-house producers that was at the studio. It was just a lot of connections going on. It was all dope. And I heard everybody's shit. Like everybody's shit was dope as fuck.
And the good thing about you is you can still catch Filipino language here and there. You can still understand some, and because you have Filipino parents, some just sounds natural to you, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's like new or even if it's it still sounds home. It still sounds Filipino.
Yeah.
What's your do you have like a plan of like releasing maybe in Filipino? I don't think that's gonna happen soon. But
like me trying to speak it?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta try to learn. I gotta try to learn. I could try to incorporate some Visayan, probably, just because I know Visaya a little bit better. But I'm trying to learn. I'm gonna try to learn.
I know this. I know this. He's an American artist. He goes by the name of Kalo. He's from LA, and he's pure American, but he grew up in maybe Samar or Leyte, Visaya province, and he raps in English and Visaya.
Oh, that's dope.
I think it works because there's a lot of our kababayans from Visaya region that lives in the States and understands fully English. But
yeah, for sure.
Anyways, MBNEL, now that you have tapped into a very good connection, you just got introduced with a lot of artists, producers, creatives here in the Philippines. Do you think our local Filipino movement can actually compete on a global landscape?
I feel like it'll get there if it like, to me already, just in Southeast Asia, like in the region, I feel like the hip hop space in the Philippines is probably like the best in Southeast Asia in my opinion. But I mean, I feel like it will get there. It's just waiting on that trend to pop. Just waiting on that trend to pop. Just like I was saying with the Spanish and English crossovers, but Mexico is closer and just all this other Spanish countries. But man, like I feel like it'll get there eventually for sure. It just takes a lot of the big American Filipino artists to bridge that gap.
And I think, you're correct. Like the Latin and the English is huge, right? Spanish,
Latin,
English,
yeah, for
huge.
sure.
I'll go to a different route of questions. So you've been here when you were young. You came again last January this year,
Yeah,
and then again now.
yeah.
What are the provinces or the cities that you visited even before when you're younger? Can you still like
When I was
remember?
younger, it was just Cebu. I remember I went to like a church or something, like a fort or something in Manila. That's all I remember when I was a kid. But other than that, it was just Cebu.
Okay.
We went to like the mall and then just like churches in Manila. That was it.
Every time like our kababayans goes home, the first thing that they do, buy pasalubong on the mall,
Yeah.
right? Buy the delicacies, visit a church,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Visit the church and go to the wet market.
Yeah, for sure. The wet market.
But yeah, can you describe like the good things and the good stuff, the good shit in California, especially maybe in Stockton or wherever you visited or wherever that you're familiar to?
Like spots, food.
Yeah,
or
spots that that you can tell a story about that it's been part of your career, or it's just your favorite spot to hang around.
So in Stockton, downtown is called Little Manila.
Little Manila.
Yeah, because the Filipino population back then, and it was just I don't know the exact history, but it was just some stuff going on with the Filipinos coming in and working. But it was called Little Manila. There's an apartment complex there called Filipino Plaza,
Filipino Plaza.
and they serve like some fire ass food that my mom used to grab from. And
Wow.
yeah, so like the whole Filipino community is super big and strong in Stockton for sure.
Just because it's just near the Bay Area.
It had its own little history. Like I said, like I don't know or remember the era, but it was an era where all the Filipinos came to Stockton and was setting up shops and working, and from there it kind of just boomed from there and grew from there.
Okay.
It was because I guess Stockton was just growing at that time. It was super cheap.
Plus the fire food.
Yeah.
Fire
Yeah, for
food.
sure.
Have you been to different states aside from California?
Yeah, I've been to a bunch of states: Washington, New York,
Oh, so you've been to East
Boston,
Coast as well.
Minnesota.
you
Yeah,
com-
I've been everywhere.
Can you compare like how is it like in different states versus California? I'm always intrigued about it. Like
It's
people
like,
say in California,
it's like
but
different
why?
world. It's like different worlds for real. Like even just Northern California and Southern California is like two different states.
Oh shit!
Just the lingo, the way people dress, like is a
The
way people
attitude,
act.
like
Yeah,
the-
the attitude is different.
Right.
The lingo, the like certain words is different. Like then you go to New York, right?
And the New Yorkers are different.
whole different way they talk. Their accent is different. Like all the states have different accents. It's really like whole different places, bro. It's crazy. Like Texas, whole different lifestyle. It's really like it's really different from each
What's
other.
your favorite outside California?
Probably
why?
Hawaii.
Hawaii
Yeah.
or the beach? You like the beach?
Yeah.
or-
The Filipino population out there is, I think, damn near one of the biggest
Yeah.
in the States.
Yeah. And there's no actual Filipino shows in Hawaii. There's not a lot
Like
that I know.
yeah, not like like strictly Filipino.
Yeah.
I had a few shows out there. I had one show I just did out there, and it was a crazy turnout. But like as far as just Filipino,
Yes. There's not a lot. But in California, New York, there's a lot of tours going on. Maybe
Yeah.
every 2 months there's a lot of
Pistahan, stuff like that.
yeah,
and
pistahan
festivals and stuff. Yeah.
yes. Especially every I think every June 12, every Independence Day, they all have this
Yeah, there's parades and stuff.
parades,
there's a lot of stuff.
Filipino days. But yeah, like here in the Philippines, I remember you were saying that there's different culture, different language, accents. They speak differently, they dress differently. Like here in the Philippines, we have different dialects,
Yeah.
right? Bisaya, Ilonggo, Ilocano, right? Tagalog, all that. But in the States, they all speak English
So all
differently.
English is just different. There's little different slangs and meanings to different stuff.
And of course, when you are in the States, of course, the mixed culture, the mixed races, and they all speak English differently.
Yeah.
How did you I want to ask quickly, how did you find your sound? Like when you make your music, that this is my sound, this is my vocal chain, this is my
I always just like melodic rap, like messing with the auto tune and the melodies and stuff like that. But rapping it, it's not really singing. It's just rapping with the melody. I just felt like that worked the best with me, especially with the storytelling. It just went together.
bet. So we're still with MBNEL. This is your favorite podcast. We'll just have a quick break. See you later. Yo, Cybergang, maraming salamat sa pagsuporta dito sa DOUGBROCK Radio Podcast. Kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung iba pa namin mga episode, meron kaming 100 plus ng mga episode ng podcast. Check nyo lang din yung DOUGBROCK Radio Podcast playlist. Huwag nyo kalimutan mag-subscribe, mag-follow, at salamat palagi sa suporta nyo. Keep on winning. What is up, cyberspace? Welcome back to your favorite podcast. This is DOUGBROCK. This is DOUGBROCK Radio. I'm with MBNEL.
Yes,
We
sir.
had a lot of fun just discussing about his life in the States, his music, and everything else. Bro, I'd like to know about your thought process in making music. Like, how do you write or hop into music?
It's really just whatever's on my mind. I just be jotting down notes, and then if I'm not writing to a specific beat or for a specific song, then I'm jotting down notes, and then I'll just combine it together and just flow it together. But usually, yeah, it's just finding the beat, figuring out the subject matter, and from there, just writing to that, just like that.
How about your when you finish writing off a song, do you wanna have a demo for it first, or you just wanna record it right away?
I'll record it right away, but like every song I do, I don't be like sticking with the original. Like if I find it better, I'll find another beat and then record it to a new beat, and then I like it better on the new beat, so that'll be the new song.
Okay.
And I do that often, to be honest.
It's more of like creating this lyrics and then just finding the best suitable beat for it.
Yeah,
If there's
the
available.
hardest part of a song is just figuring out what the song is gonna be about.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's the beats is easy as long as it sound good on the beat. That's the easy part.
How about what are your criterias when you're shooting visuals?
It just go two ways. It's either like it gotta be just super raw. You know what I'm saying? Like what I like a lot of the old videos is just super raw, just just regular shit with the homies and shit like that in the hood or something. Then I started doing like the real movie sets with the you know what I'm saying?
The full production ones?
Yeah, the full productions. And then just lifestyle videos where it's just maybe I go on a trip, have the cameraman recording everything, and now it's just a music video of you like on a trip somewhere. You get what I'm saying? It's just doing different shit to put visuals to an audio. That's really people just want to see. But I've learned that a lot of times, like all you ain't even got to do the extra shit. Like people just want to see like entertaining shit going on. Like,
True.
That's really it.
They just want to see hip hop.
Yeah.
The hip hop stuff.
Yeah, the hip hop stuff, like the turned up stuff. They just want to see like turned up stuff. Like a lot of times, big production shit don't even work. Sometimes, like sometimes just a video on the street with 100 people with you know what I'm saying, stuff going on, be doing the best.
I'm curious, bro. Can you tell us more about house parties in the States?
House parties.
Yeah, it's a big thing there, right?
Yeah.
Like you can
I haven't been to a house party in I feel like years, but I mean,
growing up, like
yeah, it was turned.
when you're teenage years.
It was a big part in teenage life in Stockton. Just I feel like just in general out there for sure.
Especially every summer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. grow. You've been in California mostly. What do you hate about it? About the state?
Um, Probably just like I feel like just like the political shit, as in like I'm talking about like on like the government shit, like this political shit, like the laws and shit is like compared to like
Other states?
yeah, like Texas and shit like that. That's but other than that, like I love California just because of what it offers, like land wise. Like they got forests, they got mountains, they got the big cities, you got beaches, sunny days, you got snow,
Yep.
you got it has everything, deserts. Like it's just the most varied state with everything. Like you can't find that in every state. Like the weather's like the best weather. Like you get good hot summers, you get cold winters. Like it's just, you have everything. So that's probably like the best thing about California is just the geography of it.
Yeah. It's right by the Pacific.
Right by the Pacific. Like I said, good weather.
Yeah, yeah.
Offers everything. Like whatever like a lot of states don't have.
Have you been to Mexico?
Yeah, I've been to Mexico.
They just need to cross the border, right?
Yeah.
And the food there is fantastic. They say.
Yeah, for sure. Mexican food is A1.
A1, A1, top
But
tier.
other than Mexico, best Mexican food for sure you can find in Stockton.
Stockton, right? Mm-hmm.
Goes crazy. All
And-
the taco trucks in the hood, yup.
San Diego too.
I ain't gonna lie though, like the more SoCal I go, the more south in California I go, the more trash it get.
Okay, okay.
Like I don't know, the burritos just not as good. Like back
So
back home,
Stockton gives more Mexican food better.
in my opinion.
Okay.
Like I feel like because down south they don't do like when you ask for like sour cream and shit like that and cheese.
They're not gonna give you that one.
It's like they look at you funny, like what the fuck. So I guess that's not like a normal thing they do.
But in Mexico and in Stockton, you can have that.
Yeah, it's just fire.
Okay. Just when I understand that you're doing music on the side and bouncing here and there and doing side work and just trying to do ends meet, and that has been your life, a hustler, right? But what are the things? Can you tell us more about like a struggle that came into your life and how did you overcome it? What's the come up like
like during music or just in general? Or?
in general, like life in general?
Yeah, just the regular shit, like just making ends meet, just trying to have just some shit in the fridge, shit like that, like eating the same shit over and over again, just shit like that. Like I remember elementary school. I used to go to school like musty as hell, like wearing the same clothes and stuff like that. But probably when I got
Humbles
older,
you, bro, no, right? It humbles you.
Yeah.
Like, those experience humbles you.
yeah, like I remember in middle school, like, cause my parents used to cook yellow fish.
Okay.
So like my clothes would smell like fish and shit, and then like kids would be on, like the other kids would be on me like, damn, you smell like fish, you stink, like all type of shit like that. But yeah, it's just
Filipino parents like wants to fry dried fish.
Yeah.
And it stinks the hell out of the house,
yeah.
bro.
So yeah, it's just shit like that, just food.
But that's good food with
Yeah.
suka, with vinegar.
Yeah, and then when I finally moved out myself, like I moved out kind of early. I was just rushing it. I just wanted to.
How old when you moved out?
I don't remember. I was probably like 19 or some shit.
Okay.
And then I was just when I was young, but like when I was 18, 17, I was just out the house a lot.
Okay.
Like I was just in and out the house, and like the only time I'd go back,
Take a
was-
bath. Is to take a bath.
go to sleep or something. Like I was just in and out the house. But when I finally did move out, I was rushing it because I couldn't even really like afford it like that really myself. But I just wanted to rush out every I guess young adult just was thinking like that, I guess. But yeah, it was just a lot of finding myself, a lot of and it was just like I couldn't afford it really like that. So like that's why I had to do all type of other little shit just to afford like the rent and shit.
I bet that's hard, you know. And I've seen a lot of Filipinos and a lot, not just
Yeah,
Filipinos.
and I had to eventually I had to move back with my parents for a little bit
Oh yeah.
and then move back out again.
The good thing about having Filipino parents, they're always welcoming,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Right. And when you leave at 18, sometimes they're not gonna allow you. That's just the Filipino culture.
They didn't even want they wasn't. It's not like they wanted me to leave or nothing. It was just me.
It's your choice.
Yeah.
It's your choice. Um, but I'd like to know what's your advice to the Filipino artist, like the young artist, you know, that looks up to you, the young artist that's trying to, you know, make music as well, trying to find their sound, trying to learn how to perform, to make music, tell stories. In your experience, in your, you know, what can you advise to them?
Don't be afraid to just be comfortable with your own sound. Just be true to yourself. I feel like that's the biggest thing that make you stand out is being yourself. Like a lot of people try too hard to try to mimic something or be unique, but now you're just it's kind of like contradicting of being yourself is unique. So yeah, that's a big thing.
And I think,
That's what people want to see. People rather see like your real personality anyway.
and yeah, people buy stories, people buy real shit,
Yeah.
right?
Or another thing that work nowadays is just controversial shit,
Oh yeah,
outlandish shit or some shit.
it works a lot, right?
Beef,
Drama, beef.
drama, doing some crazy shit to yourself. You know, it's just all type of little shit. But
We
I
don't
mean,
advise that.
yeah, I'm glad I ain't take that route. I just that's why it's harder when you take the just be yourself route, but it's more rewarding.
More rewarding. Um, what's the biggest win that you have that you can share with us right now? You feel like this is my biggest win. Nobody can take this away from me.
Um, I guess biggest win probably just being a good father. Really,
Word.
there's really nothing else like that really matter, right? Like other than like family shit. To be honest, in my opinion.
I respect that. I respect that. Bro, now that you had the taste of the Philippines, that you had the taste of the Filipino culture, like firsthand, um, is this something that you can tell to everybody that I'm gonna I'm gonna be part of that Filipino culture. MBNEL's gonna be there embedded. Is it? Did it cross your mind that you want? Of course, we know that you want to be big, but you want to play a bigger role here in the Philippines.
Yeah, like I said at first, I wasn't really thinking like that until I firsthand experienced it. So now it's just like I feel like it's just a big thing for me now. It's just because that's who I am at the end of the day. Like this is like where I'm rooted to. You get what I'm saying? So just like continuing to embrace that and expand on that is really big for me now. Cause growing up, even though I did come from like parents was Filipino as hell, I didn't really. I was kind of like really out of touch with just just the roots of my Filipino heritage, other than the shit that was going on back home. So like now seeing it firsthand and really getting into the culture, it's just something I really want to be involved with now.
I, I'm so happy to hear that because here in the Philippines we need more people that has Western exposure, other cultures exposure because it gives a lot of value here on what we're doing here and on how we execute things because you just have different perspective, you just have different experiences, and those learnings can be shared. And of course, we're learning from those learnings as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
And I know a lot of good friends and good artists hears a lot of stories from you, and they're just looking forward to just work with you and just pick your brain and just just learn from you.
Yeah.
And like what you've said, growing up in that kind of neighborhood is a lot of value, especially on hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Especially if you really coming from that shit for real, like, and dealt with all the shit that come with it, the jail shit, the risk of your life, you feel me, all that shit. It's just when you like get older to an age, it's like you value shit more because you kind of survive that era.
you value shit more, really, and you don't want to be on that position, especially in the States, right? Because, man, the people there, especially in some jail or penitentiary, they're
Yeah.
the baddest.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, that's still who you are. That's still part of you.
Yeah.
It's just it's a place for, business is business, family is family, then that is that. Like, you ain't got to mix everything and involve everything. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of people fuck shit up when they start mixing stuff in when they don't have to or don't need to, involving street shit into the business or involving. You get what I'm saying? Just mixing shit where it don't need to be. Just leave everything what it's meant for.
Leave everything where it's meant for. Yep. Mixing up things will mix up your life as well.
Yeah.
You have
Get
to
you in
have,
trouble too.
you really have to have boundaries on each. Business is business, family is family.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
What happened in the streets happened in the streets. That you ain't got, nothing got to be showcased. It's just regular rules. That's it.
the regular rules, the golden rules.
Yeah, that motherfuckers don't be following.
Okay. MBNEL, now that you're supposed to leave next week, I know you've done a lot. How important is having a team behind you?
Oh, super important. Give this time to shout out the day-to-day team when I was out here, man. Bobby, Addy, Jello, Edward. Man, just the day-to-day. Without them, I wouldn't be able to wiggle just the way I did. So shout out them. They was helping through everything. Yeah, team is important for sure. You can't conquer nothing without a team.
Yeah. And they're the ones, just fixing everything for you, and so that you can focus more on the art, focus more on your craft, right?
Yeah, just focus on the craft and the music.
Can you how did every time I want to ask this, every time a person in the States knows that you're a Filipino, what's their reaction? Is it normal, or because you don't look like a Filipino to me.
Everybody over here don't think I'm like, everyone think I'm like a mix to some, like,
Yeah.
either black or like Mexican or something.
Yeah. So how do they take it?
Out here is different because they don't think I'm Filipino or full, but back at home, like they know they know I'm Filipino for sure. Some people still think I'm mixed, but it's just regular reactions really. It's out here the reactions be more little like, damn, like I didn't expect that.
Same as me. I didn't expect you're full Filipino.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, what you thought it was?
When I asked you and I knew that your mom is from here and your dad is from Siquijor, Cebu and Siquijor. Oh, really? You're 100% Filipino?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did MBNEL came from? Your name.
Oh, MB is just like the clique. That's our group, the label, Mud Brothers, Muddy Boys, just
Mud Brothers.
Yeah, Mud Brothers, same thing. Like, and that's, you know what I'm saying. That's like the label umbrella we trying to put it under to do this music shit. And then Nell is just my full name is John Nell.
John Nell.
Yeah, and then just Nell's just what everybody just called me.
MBNEL.
Yeah, it was just, there was really no thought to it. It was just some simple, and I just stuck with it.
It didn't complicated it. Anyways.
Yeah, it's just MBNEL. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like a typo. It was meant to be space, but like everything puts it like combined.
One word.
So a lot of people like say it wrong. They'd be like MBNL or some shit.
Okay.
But it's MBNEL. It's supposed to be space, but it was a typo, and I just been rocking with it since.
Who did that typo?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I'm seeing you're a good dad. I'm seeing you're a good artist. I've seen you perform live. I'm seeing how much heart you're putting into what you're doing. And I really wish you everything, man. And we're here to support you. We're welcoming you. As you can see, like, Philippines fucks with you. We're looking forward for your comeback. We're looking forward for more content about you, more visuals, more music from you. But now that you're leaving, going back, do you have plans of putting up a show, concert maybe, or just focusing on just putting out content first?
Like when I go back to the States?
No, go back again here.
I guess just whatever comes up. But as far as just continue to make music, drop some videos out here with the artists I collabed with. I guess the biggest thing, really, just to drop the visuals with the collaborations.
Do you have a schedule already of coming back here, or none yet?
Not yet, but I'm gonna try to put it together soon. I'm gonna leave to Cebu after this. I got a show in Cebu.
Okay.
And then we're gonna try to work in Cebu while I'm out there. And then, yeah.
Shout out to Cebu people, Bake Shop Studios. We have a lot of friends in there. They're massive in there, so I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah.
But at the same time, what I'd like to ask MBNEL, we're down to the last few questions. I know you already gave an advice and just be yourself and all that. But if there's, one last message to an artist, a young artist that is not sure and is unaware of how chaotic this industry is, what's your advice to that young kid who wants to do music and rap and maybe who just want to be a rapper like you?
Just do it. That's it. Just do it, and there's no rules to follow. There's no blueprint to it. It's just do it. Just do it, and do it how you want to do it. That's it.
No rules to follow.
Yeah, there's no steps to it. There's steps to it, but there's no right or wrong way. Let's just do what you just do you really. That's it. Break the rules if you got to. That'll be working.
Break the rules if you have to. MBNEL, where can we find you? Where can we stream your music?
Instagram, Twitter, NellyNellMB, YouTube, all streaming platforms, MBNEL. Just type in MBNEL, Google, it'll all pop up.
Yep. You want to give a shout out to our friends or your team, family?
Man, just shout out the team making this happen. Shout out for you having me on the show, and that's it. Just shout out everybody that was involved.
Yep. Thanks, man. Shout outs to everybody involved. Shout outs to Adi. Shout outs to
Bobby. Yeah,
Jello,
the day-to-day.
Swisher Boys. Everybody.
Joaquin World, Fly Shit Only, Complex Philippines. Just everybody that was involved in this trip.
Yeah.
Made it happen.
Shout outs to Jello. Shout outs to Complex. Yep. If you wanna listen to these types of conversations, if you wanna tune into these types of stories, don't forget to subscribe. DOUGBROCK TV. Follow us in all our social media platforms. DOUGBROCK TV. We'll see you again next week. This is your favorite podcast. This is your Sunday habit. I'm with MBNEL. DOUGBROCK here. See you soon. Keep on winning.